So this month makes 4 years since I took that huge leap of faith in leaving my amazing tenure track professor job back in July of 2014. I believe the Lord was telling me to leave in May, and my response to him was, ooh, if I can find something, Lord, I'll leave. Like I told the Lord if. And through a series of events, one being walking on a wire 30 feet in the air, the Lord used that experience to say, how when you were walking on the wire, you were protected. You weren't going to go anywhere. And yes, on that journey, that obstacle 30 feet in the air, you did fall a couple of times. You did have to have help. You did want to turn around. You did want to give up. I will be with you like that harness. And yes, there will be moments on this journey where you will want to turn around and give up, but I'm with you. Just remember, I'm with you. And this journey has absolutely been like that. I have wanted to give up. I have wanted to turn around. I kept looking back at that professor job, many times thinking I made a mistake. I did not fully release that job until December of 2016. And what I learned is that the Lord was essentially saying, what I have for you, you need two hands to receive it, but you're still holding on to this back here, and I can't fully give it to you. I was holding on to teaching because that's a comfort zone for me and I'm good at it, but the Lord was telling me to let go of teaching. Y'all, there have been moments that have been so hard I can't even describe. I've experienced depression twice. I've had to accept financial help from my mother. I have cursed at the Lord. I don't even curse, but I remember one time I was driving and a contract fell through or something happened, and I just was like, Lord, I don't know what you want me to do. I don't know what you effing want me to do. And it was such an out-of-body experience. When I came out of that, I was like, oh my gosh, Lord, I'm so sorry, but he can handle it. This is not a journey I would have chosen. I did not want to be an entrepreneur. That's never been a goal of mine at all. I like comfort. I like having a certain number in my savings account, and I had to go in that. It got extremely low, maybe even non-existent at one point. But what I have learned is that the Lord knows. He knows what we need better than we do. I truly know I was in my own way many times. There are so many stories that I could share with you about times I did not know I was going to be able to pay certain bills or get through a certain month, and he provided in ways that only he could provide. I'll give you one example. In August of 2015, my youngest nephew was born, and I felt it put on my heart to go to Atlanta to hang out and help my sister and brother-in-law for the first month of his life. And I was lining things up for things to happen when I was in Atlanta, and when I got there, none of them happened. And I felt the Lord leading me to be fully present with my family, which was wonderful and beautiful. I was like, but Lord, I need some money. How am I going to pay stuff? And I freaked out for a few days, and then a couple of days later I get an email from a CEO who asks me to do a job or do a big training that would actually sustain me for a couple of months. I can share so many stories like that where I would freaking out about money, and I'll be very honest, that main source of what was the catalyst of depression was money. Was me thinking, oh my gosh, if I had my professor job, I would have this amount of money. I would be comfortable. I would have this. I would have the secure money coming in. And in March, I'll be very honest, February or March of this year, after I cursed at the Lord, I said, I don't ever want to feel this way over money. I don't want to worry about money like this, because I don't want to look back on this journey and reflect on, well, I worried about money the whole time. And I haven't the whole time, but it's been hard, but it's also been a beautiful journey. I have grown in ways. I've surrendered so many things. I've surrendered my title. I loved being called a professor, but I had to surrender that. I surrendered different things that at the end of it, the Lord was like, I just want you. I just want you. I took a trip somewhere, and I heard the Lord say, while you're so busy pursuing your purpose, make sure you're pursuing me. And I was like, couldn't you have taught me that while I still had my job? And because that was comfortable, and I've learned that when I'm comfortable, I don't rely on the Lord, and that's not a good thing. So I generally have to have some type of discomfort around to allow me or force me to seek Him and trust Him. But He knows what we need. And so entering year 4 or almost year 5 of this journey, I am so grateful. I can honestly say that right now I love everything that I get to do. But I'm not going to lie and say that it's been easy. There have been times I'm like, okay, Lord, so in 6 months we'll be good, or this will happen in 6 months, and no. So this has definitely taken longer to get to certain points than I thought. I got a really big contract in February of 2015, and a month later it was taken away, and that devastated me. And when I say big contract, I mean big. But even after I dealt with that, the Lord was like, don't limit me to that amount, because I can do so much more than that. And it's not even about money. He was like, trust me. Don't trust a contract. Don't chase money. Don't chase things. Chase me. Trust me. So I am grateful for this journey. I'm grateful for those who walked with me, who've supported me, who've been there, who have walked with me as I've been in difficult places. I do so much more self-care now and rest so much more. I work hard and smart, and I rest as well. So here's to 4 years. Here's to trust in the Lord. Here's to what's next.